Right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory be unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Makar Kudash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that rule well. Peace, salutations, and blessings to the hopeful elect, pushing this truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the globe in the sincere hopes of being delivered in these last days. All right. This is the brother Yakanan from the GMS England branch, and this is going to be a fairly brief video, and this is taken from the Terminator film from 1984, and you know, you're going to see in this video, a very good example of predictive programming. All right. And as we know, the wicked elites of East or Edom, they heavily use their films, movies, in order to push predictive programming upon the people and expose you to concepts and realities that they themselves are going to manifest in the future. All right. And again, they do that via their films in particularly, and they do that also, via TV series and reality TV and, music even. All right. But without further delay, I'm going to play this video, and Lord willing, we'll get into an article and also, a few other scriptures just to bring the point home.
All right, listen. The Terminator's an infiltration unit. Part man, part machine. Underneath, it's a hyperalloy combat chassis. Microprocessor controlled. Fully armored. Very tough. But outside, it's living human tissue. Flesh, skin, hair, blood, grown for the cyborgs.
Look, Reese, I don't know what you want.
Pay attention! I gotta ditch this car. The 600 series had rubber skin. We spotted them easy. But these are new. They look human. Sweat, bad breath, everything. Very hard to spot. I had to wait till he moved on you before I could zero him.
Look, I am not stupid, They cannot make things like that yet.
Not yet. Not for about 40 years.
Are you saying it's from the future?
What?
Now, as you heard him say, he was explaining, the latest Terminators that they have in that time. And he was saying how they can have bad breath, they have a smell to them, and how, real, they look. And then, as you heard the woman replied, they don't make, they're not able to make, Terminators in that level yet. And then he replied, not for 40 years. Now, bearing in mind, this particular film came out in 1984, all right? And 40 years from 1984 would bring us to what? 2024, all right? So that is of no coincidence when you take into account the article that came out on the 26th of December 2023. Now it says, Tesla robot attacks an engineer at company's Texas factory during violent malfunction, leaving trail of blood and forcing workers to hit emergency shutdown button. All right. So, again, this is of no coincidence that you have an article like this being published not even 2 weeks before, we headed into 2024, all right, a few days ago. Okay. So, again, that is a form of predictive programming, concerning, these androids, these hyper real, looking like machines, all right, that they have been heavily pushing within the last 5-6 years or so, all right, and they're getting more realistic, as the years go by, concerning their abilities and their intelligence, with this whole influx of AI technology. Okay. So, I spoke on this, in transit, I believe it was last week. And as I said at the time, the first scripture that came to my mind concerning, that Tesla incident, that happened was Ezekiel 21 and verse 9. All right, and let's get that right quick. Now, this is Ezekiel chapter 21 and verse 9, and it reads, Son of man, prophesy and say, Thus saith the Lord, say, a sword is sharpened and also furbished. It is sharpened to make a sore slaughter. It is furbished that it may glitter. Should we then make mirth? It contempteth the rod of my son as every tree. All right. So as the scriptures say, a sword is sharpened and also furbished. All right. So the elites of Esau Edom, all right, they are sharpening that sword. All right. They are sharpening their artillery, all right, in order to make a move to accomplish, this new world order system. All right. So don't think that, these robots that they have, are just for show. All right. Don't think that, this technology, AI technology, so on and so forth, is not for a specific reason. Okay. There's many parts of their artillery which is going to be used upon the people in the form of AI technology and in the form of these, these robot dogs. Okay. They actually have them in New York. All right. I believe they have the robot dogs. I've seen a few, articles and video pieces on that in regards to how they're going to try and, police the people, so on and so forth. And during the pandemic, they were using them robot dogs in China in order to control the people and broadcast messages to the people to tell them to get back in their home, because of the curfew. All right. So, these cyborgs, these robots are a big part of ushering in, this new world order system and keeping tabs and controlling the people. All right. And as you see, these sci-fi movies, are becoming more and more, reality, in these last days. All right. And that's why it says, let me get it right quick, in the book of Daniel, chapter 12 and verse 1. Let's get that right quick. And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince will stand for the children of thy people, and there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time, and at that time thy people shall be delivered, every one that shall be found written in the book. All right. So like I was saying, that's why the scripture says, like we just read, that this is going to be a time upon the face of the earth like never before. All right. There's going to be no other time prior that you can compare to how heavy and, over the top, the judgment is going to be in these last days. All right. And the kind of things that's actually going to be happening is going to be uncomprehendable. All right. People are not going to expect to see some of the things that they're going to be seeing in these last days. All right. Because like I said, there's going to be things happening that you would have only thought you could experience or see in movies. Okay. But these movies, are becoming reality. Some of the technologies that you see in these movies are now becoming a reality. They're now bringing out and showing you, broadcasting the capability, that they have, right in your face. Okay. They have robots out there that can, consume dead bodies and use them for energy. Okay. All right. We already know that they have, designated places where they have, this coffins. All right, they have these makeshift coffins that they have just piled up for miles, okay, because they're preparing for mass death upon the face of the earth. They're preparing for rebellion, okay. And I've done a video yesterday in regards to particular health insurance policies and companies, particular health insurance companies that have changed their policies, Salakia, to basically not cover in the event of war and what was the other one? Uprisings, so on and so forth. All right. They were saying they're not actually going to cover, if you get injured or if you, get a sickness, in relation to any of those scenarios. Okay. So that just shows you that, they know, where, the state of the world is actually heading. And they know that mass death is getting ready to play out, upon the face of the earth. Okay. And this is all, biblical prophecy, man. Okay. So, with that, I don't want to make this too long. I just wanted to bring that clip out right quick. And, on to the next one. Shalom.